Good afternoon, welcome to Grandad's Art Space with me, Terry. Just thought I'd bring a little something to this afternoon that I've had come through the post. First one being the Portuguese Army in Napoleonic Wars by Osprey. Well, I haven't had a chance to read these as yet, but it's sort of like the normal Osprey sort of layout, all about the Portuguese. Well, well, that wasn't set out, fair enough. But I'm sure they'll make interesting reading. The colour plates are lovely as normal. I like Osprey books for these colour plates, so they will be helping to get my Portuguese units done. Useful information there. So I got, what I did find quite useful was in this one, it's got all the infantry regiments, all their colours, collars, cuffs, get it right in a minute, and the piping of each regiment throughout the Peninsula War. Also the militia regiments. Yeah. So interesting. That's going to be an interesting read. The other one was the Portuguese Army of Napoleonic War 1. Now that was, oh yeah, so yeah, this is number 1. There's a series of 4 of them, I think, 4 or 5 of them. Same sort of layout again. If you're interested in getting the British and their allies together, then these sort of things are of such value. I find them extremely valuable on all the different colour plates. No, they don't. The Portuguese don't look particularly hard to paint, quite honestly. I think I should rattle those off quite quickly. But I like these books because I'm not an in-depth reader. Reading is not one of my strong points, so something that sort of thickness I can read and enjoy it. I've also got Portuguese Army Napoleonic War number 3. I'm just looking for number 2 now. I've seen it on Amazon at 27 quid. I don't think so. So I might just have a look at Osprey, see if I can get the second one. That's the full set then. And that'll, I dare say the second one is the cavalry, because this one's dealing with artillery. So again, the plates, beautiful plates. So yeah, brilliant. But the one that I found that came through that I found very, very interesting is again Philip Haytham Thwaite. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Michael Chappell's Uniforms of the Peninsula War, 1807 to 1814. This is a beautiful book. It gives quite a, I like this because it's big letters as well, so I don't have to struggle to read it. There's quite an in-depth run-up about the Peninsula War. I haven't read any of this as yet, so I'll have to tell you what's in it, but there's a lot. And then the plates, look at those plates. The plates, you've got Britain, you've got France. Beautiful artwork. I love uniform books. really do. The stuff that's in Portugal, Spain. So we're going all through the Allies. France. Yeah, start with France then. Go through France. Yeah. And we come up to Spainburg, Kingdoms of Naples, Kingdom of Italy, Westphalia, Saxe-Altenburg, Duchy of Warsaw, Nassau, Confederation of the Rhine, Coburg, Saalfeld, Lippe, and Hesse-Drumstrade, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Kleefberg, Baden. So there's a lot in there, and then it carries on then explaining all about the plates at the back. Very useful, very, very useful indeed. I shall be looking at this a lot. And then right at the very back, which I found even more useful, was a layout of the battles. So here you've got Salamanca, and it tells you the Allied army at Salamanca under Wellington, 1st Division under Campbell, and then it goes through each one. So that is a great help to me in putting my, I won't say divisions at the moment, I'm just concentrating on brigades. Divisions is a bit far-fetched to me at the moment. So, but yes, lovely book. I picked that up. Where did that come from? We Buy Books. That came from. So yeah, good book. Excellent. Now today I've had through a box of goodies. I've had a box of Portuguese line from Warlord Games. Not sure whether I'm entirely happy with these, but we'll see. I've got to base it as 20 men in a battalion here, and I think that's where I'm basing the British on 30. I think that might be about right. So with the command, you're going to have 34. Sorry, 24. So that might be about average, about right for a Portuguese unit. I'm not entirely sure about it, but we'll soon find out. But I've had a look at these, and you can see the pressings, the detail's not the best. You can see it, but once you start getting paint on it, it's got a tendency to disappear. Now I'm having the same problem with the English. Right, now this is my 2nd battalion that I'm working on, and as you can see, as you start to get those bottom coats on, I'm having to judge where the stuff is. Okay, I know on the back you've got the pack, so you're not going to have the best, but even on the front, you're having to judge where everything is. I don't like that. It looks as though these might be the same. I'll just have to see. I don't know whether this is this new stuff they're using, or whether it's still the old stuff. I don't know. I don't think I've had any of the really new stuff because people are putting off the Spanish, honestly, from what I've heard. They've sort of like, no, it's horrible stuff, it's horrible stuff. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to get any Spanish from Warlord Games. I might get some more. I have to go metals. Not keen on metals, but and the other thing that came through is British foot artillery from Victrix. Now, I know Victrix are putting everything in these plastic bags. Well, that's fair enough, I ain't bothered about that. But you've got on the back 15 crew, 3 guns, 3 limbers, this, that, and the other. But what about instructions? Nothing. Now I know people might say, well, it's not that hard. Well, no, it isn't. Until you look at the amount of stuff that's on these sprues, and you start thinking, well, hold on. Yes, the men you can sort out, of course. That's not hard. That's not rocket science. But you've got bits like chains. Do they go on the limbers or do they go on the guns? And then you've got like 3 barrels, which are the 2 6-pounder short, 6-pounder long, 9-pounder, 5.5 howitzer. Which I'm assuming that one there is the howitzer, that one there is the 9-pounder, and the 2 6-pounder barrels fit onto that one. I'm assuming. I don't know. Where do all these little bits go? So the only thing I can do, is like down here, which the undercarriage for the limber and the gun, you got 2. One slightly different to the other one. I'm assuming this one is in direct relation to the stuff on there, and this the same on there. So basically you can halve that. That side's the gun, that side's the limber, I'm assuming. But there's still bits and pieces as to, like little hooks here. So you've got a piece of the gun there. You've got a little hook type thing there, which I assume is that on the other side. But there's no darn instructions of how to put it together. Now, I'm assuming that I can go to Victrix online and find an illustration of how it all goes together. I hope I can. If you guys have had this problem, any of you guys out there have had this problem, and you know the answer, then just drop it in the comments. I'll be interested to find out whether they are sort of like Victrix are putting it online, and then you go online like a lot of companies are doing there. There's not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with that. And you build them from the instructions online. Again, I can only assume they're going down that avenue. As I said, fine, could do that. But it'd be nice to know. Yeah, so they could have just written on there, could have put it on their instructions online. So whether I shall be bothering to build 3 limbers, because there's no horses with them. It'd be nice to see you could get the horses from them. The horses could be standing up in a group. Why they'd want to take the horses off the limber, I'm not entirely sure. I would have thought that would have just posed more problems trying to get the cavalry up, get the artillery up quick. I don't see why you'd unlimber the horses from the cart thing, but still, what do I know? I don't know. I've only just recently got into Napoleonic, so I've no idea. So yeah, that's what's come through today. So at least now I can get part of my first brigade finished, because I've got now Portuguese regiment. I've got one more Portuguese regiment to put in it, and I've got the British guns. So I'm only putting two guns to each brigade. I don't think it needs much more. I don't think the British had too many guns in the Peninsula. Come to think of it, I don't think the French had a great deal of money. I don't know. But yeah, so what else have I managed to accomplish? Well, apart from a shade, I've now got some more English Civil War Scots Covenanters done. And I've decided, because of this problem with Warlord Down, don't ask me why I do it, on the head at the back, where your lobster pot sits on the head, you've got the tailpiece actually moulded onto the hair. Well, I do that on every single rider. So putting a bonnet on one of these is going to look real stupid with this lobster tail going down the back, unless I sit there and try and carve it off. Personally, no. So I've put in hats on, soft hats on, which they wore. A lot of them wore soft hats. They didn't all wear bonnets. Mainly the infantry that wore the bonnets. Cavalry just basically wore whatever they wanted, whatever they gathered off the battlefield. So yes, that's the other thing. That is Major General Sir John Brown's regiment of horse now done. Apart from, I've just got to shade the guys in a bit more. That's that regiment up. And as I said before, I'm only putting eight guys to a regiment, 8 riders to a regiment, because I feel that's about right for the Scots, because as I've said before, they have problems getting horses. And then I've done this one, this regiment, and this is Brechin's horse. So that's those two regiments. So these ones I've worked on here, these are what I'm classing as heavy, medium or heavy, because they're all swords. I think there's a couple, one, yeah, there's just one with a pistol, but they're all swords. So I'm classing those as medium. I won't say heavy, because heavy is more going into the fully armoured guys, the cuirassiers. So I call these medium. Gallopers, whereas the ones with the pistols are more trotters. And now I'm working, almost finished, on this one. Now, a lot of regiments during the English Civil War, their flags were never identified. That wasn't just Scots, that was all over. Lots of flags were just left on the battlefield, taken by the enemy, and so they were never recorded as to what that was. So I'm putting one of these in there to signify that there were units on the field, there were regiments on the field that never got any recognition because their standards, identification, not recognition, identification, because the standards were burned, were mutilated, captured, and nobody ever knew who they were. So that stands for those guys who fought in regiments and never recognised as who they were. So he's just a plain Scot soldier on a black field. That'll do for them. So yes, that's now I've got him in an orange. I lost track of what I was doing. I put him in an orange sash, so I've now got to repaint on blue sashes. I don't suppose it matters because they fought for Parliament, but they did switch sides. So I think it's only right that they have their own colours, and Scotland wore blue sashes most of the time. So I shall put a blue sash on. It's amazing how you get locked into just doing one thing and then just get carried away with it. I did reshade, and I think they look a lot better. So I've reshaded them, repainted them, and I've even managed to get some stripes on it. I don't know I've done that, but I've done it. So that's Fusilier for the 2nd Brigade, Battalion. I've now got, oh yes, and I finished I couldn't resist him. I just had to go and do it. My brigade commander. He's now done. I just need now an ADC to go with him. I'm not sure what to do about that, whether to send for one or whether to see what I've got in my stash here and make one up, maybe standing next to a dead horse or something. Not sure. So I've got to look at that. So we're on nearly 23 minutes. I'll say bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.